Monday's bold and the beautiful may look romantic at first, but underneath the candles, the kisses, and Brooke's charm, something far more dangerous is forming. One request could change the power structure at Forrester Creations, and if Steffy finds out how this started, the fallout may be explosive. So let's break down why Brooke's latest move may not just be about business. It may be about control, love, and old rivalries returning in a brand new way. Brooke is not walking into this situation blindly. After Hope planted the idea in her head, Brooke quickly understood that this was not just a corporate suggestion. This was an opportunity, and instead of presenting it like a cold business proposal, she wrapped it in romance. That is what makes this move so interesting. Brooke knows Ridge. She knows how he thinks. She knows when to challenge him directly, and when to pull him closer before asking for something big. The romantic setup, the lingerie, the emotional tone, all of it creates a scene where Ridge is not simply being asked to make a business decision. He is being invited to imagine a future where he and Brooke run Forrester Creations side by side. And that is powerful, because Brooke is not just saying, "Make me co-CEO." She is suggesting that their marriage, their history, and their shared vision should have a place at the top of the company. To her, this may feel like destiny. To Ridge, it may feel tempting. But to Steffy, it will look like betrayal. That is where the danger begins. Ridge obviously seemed uncomfortable with Brooke's pitch. That matters. He knows how dangerous this idea is. He knows Steffy would never accept being pushed aside, especially if Brooke is the one benefiting. But the problem is Ridge has not shut it down completely. And in soap drama, hesitation is never neutral. The fact that Ridge kissed Brooke after hearing this shocking proposal suggests that the door is still open. Maybe not wide open, but open enough for Brooke to keep pushing. Ridge may tell himself he is only thinking about the company. He may convince himself that Brooke has experience, loyalty, and a strong connection to the Forrester brand. But deep down, he also knows this decision would carry emotional weight. If he gives Brooke power, Steffy will see it as Ridge choosing Brooke over his daughter. And that is exactly the kind of conflict that can split a family. Ridge may try to find a softer path. He may think he can keep Brooke happy without completely humiliating Steffy. Maybe he imagines giving Steffy another role, one that still sounds important. Maybe he frames it as a positive change, saying Steffy could spend more time with Finn and the children. But Ridge should know better. Steffy does not want to be managed. She does not want to be gently moved out of the way. And she definitely will not accept Brooke sliding into her position while everyone pretends it is good news. While Brooke is trying to influence Ridge, Steffy will be in a very different world with Finn. Behind closed doors at the Cliff House, their scenes may feel warm, romantic, and almost protective. For a moment, Steffy gets to step away from the noise of Forrester Creations and return to the one place where she feels grounded: her marriage, her home, and her family. Steffy may be enjoying private happiness with Finn, but she is not free from the pressure waiting outside. Hope's reaction to the delay of hope for the future is still bothering her. In Steffy's mind, this is not cruelty. It is business. Collections get delayed. Priorities change. The company has to protect what works, even if Hope feels personally wounded by it. The problem is Hope is no longer just hurt. She is beginning to respond. And that is what Steffy may not fully see yet. Hope's disappointment has now moved through Brooke, and Brooke's new ambition could turn a fashion line setback into a leadership crisis. What began as frustration over one delayed relaunch may soon become a direct threat to Steffy's authority. That shift matters, because Steffy can handle Hope being upset. What she will not tolerate is Brooke using that frustration to reach for power. Finn may notice the emotional temperature rising before Steffy admits it. He may bring up Liam's recent visit, not because he wants drama, but because he understands how quickly personal history can complicate business tension. Liam's concern for Hope, Brooke's push for influence, and Steffy's protective instincts are all moving toward the same collision point. And when Steffy finally learns Brooke wants the co-CEO seat, the Cliff House calm could vanish instantly. Finn may try to steady her, but this will not feel like another office disagreement. To Steffy, it may feel like an attack on everything she has earned. Hope may not be the one standing in front of Ridge making the demand, but her influence is everywhere. She planted the idea in Brooke's mind, and that makes her role more important than it first appears. Hope has been hurt by the way her fashion line has been treated. She feels like hope for the future is being pushed aside again, and Steffy is the person she blames. So in Hope's mind, Brooke becoming co-CEO may not feel like revenge. It may feel like balance. It may feel like someone finally standing up for the Logan side of the company. But that is exactly why Steffy will hate it. To Steffy, this will not look like balance. It will look like a Logan takeover. It will look like Hope lost one battle over her line, then found another way to attack from the inside. And because Brooke is Ridge's wife, Steffy may feel that the move is not only strategic, it is deeply personal. This is why the storyline has real potential. It is not just about a job title. It is about years of rivalry. It is about Forrester versus Logan. It is about daughters, mothers, marriages, and power. Every character can justify their position, which makes the conflict more believable. Brooke may believe she deserves the role. Ridge may believe he can manage the transition. Hope may believe this is the only way to protect her future. Steffy may believe she is being betrayed. And all of them may be partly right. The real tension on Monday is not simply Brooke asking for the co-CEO position. The deeper question is whether Ridge has the courage to say no, and what it will cost him if he does. Brooke is not approaching Ridge as an outsider. She is his wife, his longtime love, and someone who understands exactly how to turn an emotional moment into leverage. Her pitch is not only about business experience or company strategy. It carries a personal message. If they are partners in life, why shouldn't they be partners at the top of Forrester Creations? That is what makes the request so complicated. Ridge may know this is dangerous, but he may also understand Brooke's argument. She has history with the company. She has influence. She has stood beside the Forrester family through victories, scandals, and heartbreak. From Brooke's point of view, this is not stealing power. It is claiming a seat she believes she has earned. But Steffy will never see it that way. To Steffy, this would feel like a Logan takeover disguised as a romantic business decision. She has fought to protect Forrester Creations, and being moved aside for Brooke would not feel like a harmless adjustment. It would feel like humiliation. Worse, it would feel like Ridge allowed it. That is Ridge's trap. If he supports Brooke, he risks wounding Steffy's trust. If he protects Steffy, Brooke may feel dismissed, used, and pushed back into the role of supportive wife instead of powerful equal. Ridge may try to soften the situation with careful words, but this is not the kind of conflict that disappears with charm. Because the moment Steffy learns Brooke is targeting her position, the fight changes. It will no longer be a private conversation between husband and wife. It becomes a family war inside a fashion empire. And Ridge may soon realize that no matter how gently he tries to handle this, someone he loves is going to feel betrayed. So Monday's episode may begin with seduction and romance, but the real story is power. Brooke's request could force Ridge into one of the most dangerous choices he has faced in a long time. Not because the company cannot survive change, but because this change strikes directly at Steffy's pride, Brooke's ambition, and the fragile balance inside the Forrester family. If Ridge even considers Brooke as co-CEO, Steffy will see the warning signs immediately. And once Steffy believes her authority is under attack, she will not step aside quietly. She will push back, and she may push harder than Brooke expects. The question now is simple but explosive. Is Brooke making a bold move to secure her place, or has she just lit the match that could divide Forrester Creations all over again? Tell me what you think in the comments. Should Ridge give Brooke a seat at the top, or should Steffy fight to protect her position? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more bold and the beautiful spoilers and breakdowns, because this corporate battle may only be getting started.